Hey, welcome back to Madman with the Box, the Doctor Who comedy, whatever. At least we tried to be. And then this week we got Professor Pixel, sadly, and Oz Chris from down under in Australia, and no guest this week, sadly.
Yeah. It seems that Landry has stepped out this week as well. We don't know if we'll ever get our always a guest, never a co-host back. Yeah. Maybe that's why he's not coming back.
It's okay. I'm working on a guest for next week, so hopefully we'll have a fun one next week. So stay in tune for that. Maybe a controversial one, depending if he gets back.
I thought you were going to say the chick that you just told us about.
Okay, we're done with this. Let's keep going.
Anyway, no, he doesn't want to talk about that here.
Let's keep going somewhere else.
But no, let's go ahead and make ourselves feel better. How about that?
Yes.
I usually share it a tab at a time. I have a second screen now, so I'm just going to share that.
Let's go. Dude, it changes your life, doesn't it? It changes your life.
It does, because I just have it over here and I don't have to. But
I saw this video this week. I was talking to someone. God damn, I got it. So I was talking to someone, and Jelly Babies came up, and she didn't really understand what I meant by that. So I sent her this, and she goes, "I don't know who that is." And I instantly went, "Are you kidding me? Like, this is fucking Tom Baker." So, and I watched this, and it made me really smile. And I thought I'd share it with you guys too, because it's Tom Baker giving Jelly Babies to children. Like, it's the nicest thing in the world.
Let's just hope he doesn't start doing it from a van.
Why do you gotta sully his name like that?
Yeah, why you gotta do him dirty?
Look, you can't hear him, but you can even like read his lips going, "Would you like a jelly baby?" That kid literally was just like, he just asked me if I wanted a jelly baby. Oh, look at him, man. Man, I'd be anything to be that bag.
Okay.
Just to be held by Tom Baker.
I thought you were gonna say I'd do anything to be there, not.
Well, that too, but like he was holding the bag, so like.
You know what I love about this screen? Ignore Pierce Brosnan at the random cabin there, but pro wrestlers who show up. Mike Tyson, all knockouts of the legend.
When I think of Doctor Who.
I think of Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. It's all,
it's funny.
I'm going to fight the Dalek.
It's really funny though, because like in Idaho, like our marketing here in Idaho is like on a new level, because to get like people who live in Idaho's attention, we have to do something funny. So I saw a sign that said yard sale, but instead of S, it was THALE. So it was yard sale with Mike Tyson's face at the bottom. Like, no joke. It was hilarious.
That's great.
Okay, so now that we're happy, let's go ahead and discuss something interesting. Apparently, and I just learned this, the titles for most of New Who at this point, looking at this list, in France, they changed the name. So, whereas we can go ahead and look right here, Aliens of London, which we talked about last week, Humanity in Peril.
Okay, yeah.
Not a fan of that.
They should have done something clever like Aliens of London, the Gascapades or something. You know?
For a French title, all I have to do is a bad French accent, right? Aliens of London.
Can we ban Maranya?
No, we can't ban Maranya. She's got to be here to bully you a little bit, you know? We gotta, yeah.
We haven't even, dude. It's not even at the 5-minute mark, Maranya. Oh my goodness.
She's starting early tonight. Okay, so let's just go through some of these. Boomtown is called the Cardiff Explosion.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because there's a Slovene in it. It's a pretty big explosion. Just saying.
Jimmy. That is weird that it's only the two Slovene episodes. Well, it's two of these.
Yeah, good point.
Episodes.
Yeah, 2 of 3. Yeah.
Yep. And for series 2, go ahead, David Tennant. Tooth and Claw is called A Royal Werewolf. Not a fan of that one.
Yeah.
I got to bring this up because I do forget to say this every time. Boomtown. There is a bar where I live called Boomtown, and it is the worst bar in town, and it just makes me go, "Oh, it makes sense." It's one of the worst episodes of season 1. Although underrated episode, but still one of the bad ones.
Yeah, these names right now aren't very impressive to me. I mean, you have the Fireplace of Time, which somebody points out down below. They're not sure they like a royal werewolf, and Fireplace of Time. It kind of spoils some of the episode's elements.
Yeah,
going in.
Yeah.
Love and Monsters is called Linda,
which makes sense because that's the group of people.
Yeah, but where would we be without the classic title Love and Monsters?
Yeah.
Fear Her is London 2012.
That's just they just kind of just gave up at that one. Oh, it's in London. It's London 2012.
Well, no. It's the London Olympics in 2012.
Look at Doomsday. Farewell Rose. Bye, bitch.
See, they gave it up too. Like Farewell Rose. I wonder what's gonna happen at the end of this fucking episode. Jeez.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere though, because we have the Runaway Bride, the Christmas Wedding, which isn't very special, but the Law of the Jadoon instead of Smith and Jones does sound kind of sick. The Law of the Jeez, I forgot how to speak. Shakespeare Code. Love's Labor's One.
I like that.
Yes.
It's fitting. Okay, I love this 2-parter. I know it's very controversial to love this 2-parter, but I really love it.
Again.
Yeah. Daleks in Manhattan is the final experiment, and then evolution of the Daleks is GMD, genetically modified Dalek.
That's not good.
You don't get vibes from that. I prefer the original. No.
Shouldn't the final experiment be the name if they renamed it, the rename of Journey's End? Because the experiment was the anti-life.
I'm trying to wrap my mind around 42 here. Because Burn With Me works, but Elvis are the Beatles. I don't know.
That's stupid. But also the answer is Elvis.
Yeah, it's not Elvis, it's Elvis. I think that's just a typo.
It is. But no, it's Elvis. The answer was who has the number one selling single of all time or single album of all time.
Was that asked in the episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
When they were going through like those deadlock doors, she calls her mom. Martha calls her mom, asks her, and it's Elvis. I know that because I recently watched the movie Elvis.
Okay. That's actually interesting. Okay.
Also, Burn With Me is way better than
42. Burn With Me.
Yeah.
Human Nature, The Family of Blood. Okay. You just named it early. And then The Family of Blood.
Whoa. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
The Family of Blood was called Smith, the Fob Watch, and the Doctor. The Lion,
the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah, that's what they're going for.
That's stupid.
Blink was just called the Weeping Angels. They decided to go the Daleks route about it.
They're not going to go. They're not doing the art house route.
No. Okay. For series 4, we have Voyage of the Damned, which was called A Cruise Around Earth.
That's so stupid.
That's a horrible one. Partners in Crime, Donna Noble's Return.
I wonder what's going to happen to this episode.
Yeah.
Planet of the Ood was called Song of the Ood, which
is way better. Way better.
It's okay. The Centauran Stratagem was called Atmos Part 1. And then The Poison Sky was Atmos Part 2. Very creative. The Unicorn and the Wasp. Agatha Christie leads the investigation. Few more words than you have the description of the episode.
No, hold on. See, like we're thinking of these as they're translated in English. Think about them when they were actually in French.
Agatha Christie lives in
Stop it.
Okay, so for Silence in the Library and Forest of the Dead, they were just called The Library of Shadows, Part 1 and 2. It's not terrible, but
it will work.
Midnight, One Passenger Too Many. That's got an ominous tone to it to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 10 of us. There's 10 of us here. No, there's only 9 on the checklist.
So basically, for Turn Left, they decided we're going to do Amy's Choice, but earlier.
Now, also, that doesn't make sense because every single one of them was not her choice. They were trying to push her to do the exact opposite of her choice.
Yeah. Well, it's just one initial choice.
And then when she did redo her choice, she didn't want to change it again. So Rose had to force her to make a choice that wasn't the one she wanted to make. So any of these, they just don't work either way.
Yeah. So for the RTD specials, they decided we're going to make up the worst names that we can. Because Cyber Christmas, Conquest of Mars for Water of Mars, and The End of Time is called The Christmas Prophecy.
No, I like that one.
I do, but not for The End of Time.
Not for The End of Time, no.
For a new episode,
okay,
maybe.
Hear me out. I will be okay if they change it to Christmas Prophecy and save The End of Time for the actual last episode of Doctor Who before it's canceled.
They can never. They'll never know when Doctor Who actually ends.
No. I mean when it's canceled, like right here before they do another reboot.
All right.
Okay. With that.
For Series 5, 11th Hour was called Prisoner Zero.
That's okay.
It's okay. The Time of the Angels and Flesh and Stone were both called The Labyrinth of the Angels, Part 1 and 2.
I really, really like that.
I do. I like that too. And you know what? I think I like it more than the Time of the Angels.
We got to stop the stream. You and I are agreeing, and I don't like this. Something's happening.
Okay, how about this next one? Amy's Choice was probably, it says right here, probably not to confuse it with Donna's Choice, was called The Dream Lord.
I don't know, because while he is an antagonist, he's not the focus. The whole point of it is about Amy.
About Amy making the final choice of which one she wants to live in. But also on the other side, they're both really good names.
They are really good names, aren't they? Because the Dream Lord just has that. He
has
that to him.
It kind of has that classic Doctor Who vibe. When you hear it.
Now we got some terrible ones.
Revolt of the Intraterrestrials.
Intraterrestrials. I'm guessing if they did classic Who, Doctor Who and the Silurians, it's just Doctor Who and the Intraterrestrials.
Revolt of them. Okay, for Series 6, The Doctor's Wife, The TARDIS's Soul.
Nah, Doctor's Wife has a better ring to it.
Yeah.
It's Neil Gaiman. Like I'm telling you, you can't get it wrong. So go with Neil Gaiman's original choice.
We actually have a tweet to show later that's in reference to Neil Gaiman's work. So, for the next one, A Good Man Goes to War, The Demon's Retreat.
Nah, Good Man Goes to War sounds much better.
Closing Time is Farewell Tour.
Thank God. So it really is closing time.
Okay.
The Power 3, the Cube Invasion. Wow, plain and simple.
The Cube Invasion. That's all we need. For the snowman.
They should have just gone with what the Doctor said in the episode. Invasion of the very small cubes. Screw it.
Yeah, the very small cubes. The snowman, the ice lady. They decided to just flip it. That's
Sure.
so good.
I kind of like the second one.
I don't know. All I can picture is the snowman smiling.
Yeah.
The Bells of St. John was called Stuck in the Web.
So bad.
Yeah, that's not good. And then Cold War is called Mutual Assured Destruction, not mutually.
Nah.
But I
Both
guess
are really cool, but the first one's better.
I don't particularly like the second one. The first one's much better because
I like
Ice
the
Warriors, and it's
Cold.
during the Cold War, so
Hyde.
double meaning. The Caliburns Ghost.
Yeah, the Caliburns Ghost.
That one's better. Caliburn's Ghost is better.
And Nightmare in Silver was called the Cyber Planner. Okay. Oh my gosh. Series 8.
Oh my
Into
God.
the Dalek was called Into the Belly of the Dalek. Into the belly of the Dalek.
They gave up. They gave up after series 8.
Listen is called Never Alone. Kill the Moon was called The First Woman on the Moon. Okay.
That would I don't know why.
Well, shouldn't it be women?
Yeah, there was multiple, wasn't there?
There was 2.
Yeah.
And In the Forest of the Night was called Let's Walk into the Woods, which has a ring to it. Dark Water, though, was called the Necrosphere.
That's dope.
That's got like a
That's classic Doctor Who right there.
vibe. The Necrosphere. All right. For Series Night, Last Christmas was called Sweet Night.
Mm.
Okay. The Girl Who Died, The End of a Life.
Eh.
The Woman Who Lived, An Endless Life.
Eh.
The Zygon Invasion and the Zygon Inversion were both called Truth and Consequences, Part 1 and 2, which, I mean, I guess.
No, it doesn't work for the actual episode.
Sleep No More was called In the Arms of Morpheus. Oh, I kind of like it. I wouldn't
Me
like
too, but like at the same time, Sleep No More sucked. I'd rather save that name for something else.
Heaven Sent was called Descent to Heaven. Hellbent was called Ascent to Hell.
That makes no sense. Like descent means going down. Ascent means going up.
Yeah. I don't know. Thin Ice for Series 10 was called The Frost Fair.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. World Enough in Time was called Eternity Ahead.
That
I
one's
do like
actually-
the
yeah.
I like it, but I wouldn't like it in place. All right.
I don't know. I think I could go for it.
Getting to Series 11.
Oh God, can we skip this?
No, we gotta go ahead. The Woman Who Fell to Earth was called The Woman Who Came from Elsewhere.
That's for damn sure. Actually,
it takes you
sure
away.
as hell ain't Doctor Who.
It takes you away to the other side. It sounds like it's supposed to be one title together when you say it.
It takes you away to
the other side. Okay. I do like this title right here. Fugitive of the Jadoon. Contract of the Jadoon.
Nah, Fugitive sounds
Fugitive's
better.
dope though.
Fugitive is good too.
Fugitive is much better. Contract, it's just like we know what Jadoon are. Like
Also, there was no contract in Fugitive.
there's no contract.
But the title could still be used for something.
Somewhere else.
Somewhere else, not that episode.
The Timeless Children, no, they decided to kill them all except one. The Timeless Child.
I mean, because there was only one.
Well, unless you count the regenerations.
No,
but it is still the same person, although it is multiple regenerations. Because we do say doctors, not just doctor.
Now, I'm going to admit something. I've never seen Torchwood. Not at all. So,
dude, Torchwood is amazing.
I heard the first 2 seasons really suck.
Season 1's good. At least personally, season 1's good. Season 2's bad. What's the one with the children? That episode, like the 5-part episode with the children.
Children of Earth.
Yeah, Children of Earth. Is that season 3?
Yeah.
Is there any?
It's one of the best, dude. Literally, one of the best 5 hours you'll ever spend in the Doctor Who universe.
All right. Anything to say? Because rather than list them off, go ahead.
Kiss, bang, bang. Jack's return.
That's too simple. Yeah, he does
Thanks
return.
for spoiling.
Yeah. Private Thomas to the last man.
Meet the moment of truth.
The resurrection glove for dead man walking because it's literal because Owen is dead. But
The
he's
day
like
and the dead, the afterlife. To be fair, Owen does return.
Yeah.
Adrift.
Oh, that's season 2.
Called Toward and Against All. And the person said, I'm not sure about this one. It doesn't make sense in French either. Okay. Yeah, but that's about that. So we wasted about 15 minutes on that. So I forgot I had this.
Fuck the Time Lords coming straight from the TARDIS.
It's DJ Doctor here for you.
Dr. Jam.
Let's talk about some real news. Apparently, Ncuti Gatwa is supposed to start filming his first season of Doctor Who this November, according to the Hollywood Reporter.
Yes. Because I think he's almost done filming or halfway through filming Sex Education season 4. So,
I mean, yeah. So it means won't be too long until he goes ahead, and I guess that means we're close to a finish.
Here's the thing: there's some rumors that he already filmed some things with for the 60th anniversary, because Neil Patrick Harris talked about how great of a person he is to work with. So,
well, but that could be. Isn't he also in Sex Education?
No.
Okay.
He's in It's a Sin.
Was Ncuti Gatwa in It's a Sin?
No, but it's a Sin is a Russell T Davies program. That's why you're getting a little mixed up.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's no biggie.
Yeah, it's I just didn't know. I don't watch either show. So, other than that, though, Rachel Talalay, who has filmed the 60th anniversary, at least one of them, has said that there will be big news coming this week. But I guess not today in time for our live stream. So you'll hear about it next week.
to be fair, that was only 4 days ago. We still have another 3 days to go, guys.
There we go. 3 days. And then there's going to be the
nuclear and if there is a big news, like something nuclear, like she is saying, I'll do like a quick 4-minute video on it, put it out.
She has been in contact with the government. Nuclear bombs will be launching with it.
Oh, she must be filming Years and Years season 2.
Enzo J down here. Oh
4-star party, baby.
Oh my God, you're planning to nuke Downing Street again. Okay. This next one, Jimmy decided to share. He said that he downloaded the wrong episode of Doctor Who.
That was just for us, guys.
No, that wasn't just for us. Really? You don't want to. We've had the one singer who was sitting on a couch dressed like a porn star with a Cyberman behind her, but this is too far.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think I might have downloaded the right Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, I was going to say wrong one. This seems like the perfect one.
Now I'm trying to figure out.
Let me open an incognito
the bottom
tab
right or the top left.
Let me check this out.
Who's Rose?
You got
bottom right or top left?
What?
Bottom right, I think.
Well, who's on the top left then?
River Song.
River Song.
Oh, duh.
That's
fine.
in her when the whole.
Also,
America.
River Song should be a MILF. That is not MILF status, lady.
Hey now, you don't know her story.
I mean, yeah, you don't know. You don't know.
Her face looks so innocent, but her. Never mind.
Chris and I are ready to go defend this one woman so hard.
I'm gonna go support her work right now. Let me go look this up.
I think it's funny how the doctor they got for this, they got the chin so correct.
But everything else is wrong.
The hair
ears.
is just too. The hair flopping over is just too flat.
Yeah, the hair reminds me of the villain from Charlie's Angels from like 1998. That's a reference I'm not sure you guys are old enough for.
Old enough? You're younger than me.
Yeah, but I got an old soul, dude.
Let's not get into that debate. This next thing is apparently just a sequence of multiple
those
clips they've recorded.
Those praying mantis aliens we saw. Turns out there's probably more. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot more. And it kind of looks like we're going to get classic RTD Doctor Who campiness return to it, because that's what it kind of looks like.
I'm fine with that. But no, it's definitely neat to see. I mean, we've seen it before, at least some of them. But some of these I haven't seen clips of.
I haven't seen this at all.
Like them running. There we go. You can't have Doctor Who without running at this point. That's New Who's.
Guys, literally look at this, though. They're filming at location. We don't get that often. And also, they blew up something in the middle of a cul-de-sac, and there's just a truck flipping through the air. Like,
yes.
The people who actually live there are like, what the fuck is going on outside?
It's a war zone.
Meanwhile, the MCU is like, we can't have two people in a room. We can't even go outside.
Yeah,
Let's CGI them into a really bad looking
background. You anymore, man.
Okay, so moving on from there, we have apparently Pearl Mackie. She's getting married, so congratulations to her.
Oh, that deserves this. They look so happy.
They do.
Clap, now, Pixel.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
hoping.
I have people sleeping in the next room.
I am hoping the dress she wears, or more appropriately, the suit, is silver.
Oh, you're a sick man, Chris. You're a sick man.
That'd be funny if he just goes up dressed as the Mondasian Cyberman.
I do.
I do.
Pain.
Really, you always love me. But no, good. That's great. I'm glad that she is engaged. Here are some spoilers for Doctor Who Monthly. Apparently,
magazine.
There. Okay. Well, fine. There we go.
The Master's going to be in it? Like, I didn't believe it when I saw the trailer that he was in it.
No, guys, that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. This is about saying, oh, they're actually going to be marketing the Centenary Special now. Like 2 months away from the actual release. They're now starting to do some Centenary Specials.
In Doctor Who.
Finally.
Wait, hold up. They didn't forget about it. That's the surprise.
I know, yeah.
I've already forgotten about it. What were we talking about?
I am just really happy Sacha Dhawan's coming back, because I have a love-hate relationship with his master. Sometimes I love him. What's up, Ed Brewer? And other times he just overacts.
I feel that could probably be down to the writing. I feel like if he was just given a better writer, he could be a better master. I don't know. We do have audio adventures of him coming soon, so maybe.
Can't wait for that. That's going to be cool.
It's going to be very cool to listen to. But I don't know what the preview is. I doubt that there's anything remote.
It's just him saying, "I'm in it." It's like, yeah, we saw you in the trailer. Yeah, I'm just clarifying.
He's gonna say, like,
I wear a beard.
Something that's not even gonna, like, oh, my character's this, and then we'll never see that in the actual show. Kind of like how the BBC got mad at Dan for like, oh no, what was his name again? The guy who plays Dan.
Bishop?
Yeah, John Bishop. They got mad at John Bishop for saying, oh, my character's named Dan and I'm a plasterer. They're like, you gave up information? We never see him being a plasterer.
No.
I never even see him plastered. So, come on.
Yeah, that too, man. I wanted to see him get so hammered.
Okay.
What's the point of living?
What's the point of living? Can you tell me that? Yeah, no, he's probably just going to say, oh, yes, it was very nice to see Ace and Tegan on the set. I wear a beard. Goodbye. So
Goodbye.
yeah, this is going to be useless. Yeah, okay. We got this next one from Cosmic Inks. When a mind-bending sci-fi has a moody British dude as the lead, if it loads, here we go. Loki is basically Marvel's version of Doctor Who. That rules, actually. And secondly, Sandman is Doctor Who for adults.
Not even.
I
not
retweeted
even,
this.
Not even close.
It's really not. I retweeted this, and Chloe actually liked it. So thanks, Chloe. Appreciate your tweet. But no, I retweeted it saying,
Well, calm down, Pixel. She's only following one of us.
actually, no. She followed me on Instagram, baby.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You got the follow first.
Yeah.
Chris
but
continues to be the best of us.
I retweeted it saying, when other shows start to say, "Oh, this is a version," or it starts comparing it to X, like Doctor Who. This show is like this Doctor Who, but for adults. It makes you think, when other shows start comparing you to the original really shows, yeah, it's better because you keep comparing me to other things. Kind of like Superman. When people go, "Oh, who'd win in a fight? This person or Superman? Who'd win in the fight? That person or Superman?" You go, obviously Superman, because everyone keeps comparing him to Superman because we all know he's the best. Like, that's why.
Well, all I'm going to say is I think it's really just... I mean, Neil Gaiman, he loves Doctor Who actively. So that actually is a point that I'm going to talk about later, because
he likes Cybermen more than the Daleks.
I mean, yeah, I can understand that. I love Daleks.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No,
I can
they
absolutely
got like
understand
2, 3, maybe 3 episodes that are genuinely good, and one of them he wrote that wasn't even good. Like,
Yeah.
So I just can't understand how people can go, Cybermen are better.
Because it's closer to home. If you think about Cybermen as they are essentially humans, even the Mundosian ones. They're essentially humans who are forced to transform themselves, and they get to that point to where it overtakes them.
It's just humanity pushed to the farthest lengths it can. But I get what you're saying. But the Daleks are human too.
No, they aren't.
I'm not saying humanoid or human actual. I'm saying Daleks are human too, because they are literally the worst of humanity. They are based off the Nazis. The worst humanity can offer.
I understand that.
That's why they're just so intriguing, because like, how do you push evil to the next limit every single time?
The reason why Daleks are so interesting is because they really aren't human. They are hate put into this tiny little squid mutated body that they put inside of a shell, and it has such power and such hatred for every other living thing that it's terrifying.
Hate is a human emotion.
Are you saying that any time an alien in Doctor Who has an emotion, it's human? Even when the aliens came first? Because Silurians came before humans.
No, I'm saying hate is a human emotion. We use that for the Daleks because hate as a human is a really, really weird emotion to actually have. Because normally when we say, oh, we hate something, we don't normally hate something. But with the Nazis, which they were based off of, they truly hated the people they were killing. And so we're like, we got to put that little bubble into this one machine and got to play around in that sphere and find out what's actually behind it. What is actual hate? And finding that out.
There's not a human horror element unless we talk about the two-parter in which they turn a human into half Dalek, half human. But
actually, that goes back to Parting of the Ways. They rebuilt the Daleks through humans.
But I'm saying that when you think of it, when you talk about a Dalek, they are beyond human because they are just aliens filled with hate. They are that. They aren't human in that retrospect. They're different in that way. So whereas Cybermen will come invade Earth and they will turn every human on Earth into one of them. The Daleks will exterminate you without a second thought and then push your body in a river. Though they'll put up a sign telling you you can't dump bodies in the river.
Yeah, I think you can do more things with let me rephrase that. No, that's right. You can do more things with the Daleks than you can with the Cybermen. Because the Cybermen really only work like a one-trick pony. They work like when they're I'm trying to think of the word. An analogy for human body horror.
Yeah, I mean that is their point and the elements surrounding that. But everybody, if you talk to anybody who talks about, oh, they're so over Daleks, it's because they see the Daleks the same way that they are usually portrayed. They want to kill everything. They want supreme power over the universe. And
people are over the Daleks because they haven't been written in a new way since I want to say season 7 or 8.
I would disagree. I mean, 8 is just totally different. Like season 8 has Into the Dalek, and
which is just Dalek.
No, it's different.
No, it's not. You have a Dalek finding out, oh, there's actual beauty in the world. So the original Dalek. So Dalek episode.
Yeah, but both are from outside forces out of their control.
Yeah.
One was Rose's
Oh, so you
DNA.
agree. They're the same then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're the same. They have a different element to them that
they just took the Dalek episode and
the difference is the ending of essentially the ending of it. The Dalek decides to kill itself because it doesn't want to be like this, while the one in the other Into the Daleks is like, oh, the Doctor showed it beauty, but it didn't accept that because all it saw from the Doctor was hatred, and decided, okay, I'm just gonna kill Daleks because they embody hatred
and
they are what need to be killed. And then
and you can see the Doctor at the end of that episode. He is disappointed because he thinks that he actually convinced.
You're trying to convince me that it's a good thing. I get it. I like it too. I just don't think it's new.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this up. Cyberman does whatever a cyber can. No, you don't like that? I like it. Okay. Remind me to bring up Sandman during our review, which is in 2 things. So here we go. David, he was recently out at a fan expo event, and he said that they aren't even close to revealing the whole story in the photos that people have seen online that have released. And many other people that he and Catherine Tate filmed with on a closed set. So stay tuned for that information. And now we've got to talk about the next part of that, how David Tennant has said that as far as he's aware, nobody has quite figured out what he and Donna are doing back.
So 10-teen is not is debunked.
And Andrew Garfield is not in No Way Home. It's the same thing to me.
Oh,
yeah. No, I mean, listen. I don't even know. I guess he has a private internet account that he goes ahead and exposes himself to, because he has no public accounts from what I recall. I mean, his wife does, but he has none himself. But as far as this, I'm still
10-teen is a very popular theory.
Yes.
It's also very basic. Everyone can guess that.
Well,
so that's why it's not going to be it.
The whole thing was that it was leaked.
Truthful.
But
this sounds truthful. 10T was not leaked. It was the easiest guess anyone could have came up with. How's David Tennant back? He regenerates backwards into this face. Anyone could have come up with that. That's why I think it's not bad.
It's this.
Anything we come up with won't be it. Because it's too simple. They have a writer's room full of probably 20 people. Maybe less, maybe more. Of coming up with a way no one can think of why he's back. That's why I don't think he's coming back.
That sounds like something somebody would say when all the information for Series 12 was released. Oh, no, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't make the Timeless Child, something like that. No, come on.
Yeah, I wasn't really there for that.
Well, I was, unfortunately. And it was all correct. And so, like, this is the theory is from leaks. Like, people have leaked information online. So, whether or not those leaks turn out, a
lot of leaks that get leaked that aren't real. Also,
I mean, could be. But
not could be. It's just fact that some of them aren't real. RTD even said they put out fake leaks all the time.
Well, they did for the castings specifically, but yes, I'm sure that there are some fake leaks that were put out. But I'm telling you, it's 10-10. It's going to happen.
You're just holding on to that so tightly because you can't accept that you're wrong.
Well, I can't be wrong.
We'll make a bet on it. Let's make a bet.
It's Schrodinger's season. That's what it is. Schrodinger's season.
Yeah. Now we'll make a bet. If it is 10-10, what do you want me to do?
I want you to do? I don't know.
We'll make a bet right here, live on the podcast.
Here. What do you want me to do if I thought we already did a bet on this though?
Did we?
Yeah, I thought it was they buy.
All right, Chris, you're here to look at this. Chat, you're here to look at this. If it's 10-10, I'll come on here and say, Pixel, you are correct. I'll try to listen to you from now on.
Okay. I guess I could say
that's how confident I am. That's not it.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, that's kind of a simple thing. I would admit if I was wrong. If I saw the episode and it didn't turn out to be that, I'd be like, okay, it's not.
If it's not 10-10, you got to come on here and say, you know what, Jimmy? You're correct. I'll try to listen to you more from now on.
Okay, I can do that. All right. Oh, I was going to say I was going to make it spicier for both of you. You want to hear my suggestion? Okay. Yeah. If Jimmy is right, Pixel has to watch both first two seasons of Jodie and do a video on it.
Like he did with Redacted?
Yeah. You have to watch both series, 11 and 12. You have to watch every episode and do a video on it. However, if Pixel is right, Jimmy has to watch every Mark Gatiss episode and do a video on it.
I agree. I accept. There's no question. I will gladly. I do not think I'm wrong, but even if I am, to go ahead and we get content for the channel out of it either way. And if I'm right.
Yeah, you're going to get good views on my videos if it happens. You want to know what I'm going to do if that happens? It's going to be 2-second videos for each title.
No.
Mark Gatiss. Mark Gatiss's Idiot's Lantern. Beautiful thumbnail. Click on it. It's just me going, it sucked, and it ends.
No, it has to be a real video, insightful. You have to give some detail, give the meat. You got to go full in. I will. I'm agreeing to far more episodes than you'd have to watch.
That's true. He's got two full seasons. You've only got like a handful of episodes.
But there's some good episodes in there.
Yeah.
Then you can talk about that. Yeah.
Go
Pros and cons.
We accept Your terms. There we go.
No. That's not terms. That's terms is.
Terms is. We accept the term. We accept the terms is what the terms is gave us.
After the S, it makes it.
Yes. Yeah. No, I was still. Marania saying you just have to say that you listen to me to all eternity. No, I'm sorry. I like this deal a lot better. If it's Tintin,
Mark Gatiss, I will not do that.
I
said you're a fan of Mark Gatiss. I will not say what she's trying to get me to say.
Okay. Well, you're going to be a fan of Mark Gatiss after you watch all of his episodes.
Okay, so you know what we got to do for this? We got to cut this segment out of the podcast and make it the main our channel trailer and call it the 60th anniversary bet.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first, folks, and be on the lookout for the little video cementing it into this channel's history. And God,
we are around. Let me just around 40 minutes. Okay.
Dude, you know what's 46 minutes.
46. Well, 45, 44, 45.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for
sucks, though? It's like as soon as you said, 2 seasons of Doctor Who for Pixel of Jodie Whittaker, I was like, oh, that's rough. And like it didn't connect to my brain. And then you're like, and you, Jimmy. And then that's when you said, and you, Jimmy, that's when it connected into my head. And I was like, oh no.
It was there for me. I knew what was coming.
No, man.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to see how.
You know what? Let's go to our channel real quick. Our Mad Men with the Box channel.
Okay. Let me open YouTube. I'm doing it right now.
All right.
Get in and look. I'm sharing the screen.
Oh, we're up to 78 subscribers.
Yep.
Good for us. Happy for us. We're doing phenomenally.
Hey, we're live right now.
Oh, nice,
wow.
Nice.
Let's watch us watching ourselves.
All right, now go to videos.
Okay.
All right, now go to most popular.
Oh.
Sort by.
Sort by.
I just want everyone to see my one video is almost double. No, it's more than double. Okay? So now imagine that for every Doctor Who episode going forward. If I lose. Do you really want that to happen, Pixel?
Yes. Go ahead. I'm willing to accept it. You're not backing out of this. It's too late. Fate has been
800. It was that 800. Oh, I didn't even look.
It's fate. 877.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's good on. That's nice. That's really nice.
That is nice. No, I'll admit
that's gonna hit 1K, I think, in a month.
I'm good. I'm glad. But you know, I'm willing to accept that fate if I'm right. So, you know, and if I'm wrong, I have to watch 2 terrible seasons, just utterly terrible.
No, there's a couple gems in there.
No, there's no gems.
Yes, there are. Yes,
there's always something to ruin it.
Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror.
Okay, fine. That's an okay one. That's an okay one.
Then you got Rosa. I like Rosa.
Gets fucked up at the end, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, most of it's okay. I get what you're saying.
Haunting,
yes, that's good. That is genuinely a good episode. Okay. Oh my gosh, when I talk about the Timeless Children. I talk about the Timeless Children.
Oh, baby. That's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
But now you guys, and everyone watching this in the post, if you get this far, subscribe so you can stay in tune for how the bet goes.
There we go. That's right.
All right. Are we headed to the main topic?
The main topic.
Everyone, we are headed to the main topic, which is obviously the title, The Mind Robber, which is season 6 of it's also my favorite Doctor, classic Doctor, Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor. And I don't know who wants to go first because I love this story so much.
I'll talk about it.
All right, Pixel, go ahead.
This episode, it's 5 episodes, which is definitely weird for the order because I'm used to like an even setting, but that's fine. This is an extremely interesting one. Like, it's one of those early episodes that go ahead and they have so much potential in there, and there's just there's something in the air when you're watching it that goes ahead and fuels the trippiness of it. I really do enjoy this episode. There's definitely some faults in it, but as far as the whole logic of the Land of Fiction, you could go ahead and say that the weirdness is equated to that. So you could go ahead and throw the faults that way. But my favorite bit is at the start of this when the lava is all just foam and it goes over the TARDIS, and you can tell, but it has that charm. I think, though, that the main enemy, being the brain itself of the Land of Fiction, who has controlled the master of the land.
Of fiction.
No, just the master of the land.
It
says so on the wiki.
Yeah, it says the master of the Land of Fiction on the wiki.
But no, it's definitely one of these series of episodes that drifted from my mind, but I'm glad we rewatched it because it is truly one of the best early stories.
It really is. I genuinely think this could be the second best story, if not the third best story of Patrick Troughton's whole era, I should say, because I mean, what's next comes after this is Invasion, which is a good one, but I think a story or two after that is the 10-part finale of his Regeneration, which is the what's it called, War Games, and I think those two are tied for second place. Like, it's really hard to choose. This one in particular, there's a lot more story, I should say, imaginative story that someone had to think up and put on paper for this. And somehow they made it work. The riddles that the Doctor had to solve so he could get back Jamie, specifically with puzzles. And I think my favorite part of this was when the kids surround him and is like, something words. And he goes, what's another word for words? He goes, swords, a sword, and a sword appears. I think that was really cool. Can't remember the exact riddle, but it was like a really cool moment in there. And that was like the first time he kind of realized, oh, this is a weird place we're in right now, because these kids disappearing, the sets are changing. Well, his setting, I should say, is changing. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And although I think this show definitely set up what was to come of the Master, because he is known as the Master of Fiction, or the Master of the Land, or on the wiki, Master of the Land of Fiction. It's just I don't know. The whole time they did keep calling him the Master. They like, oh, who runs this place? Oh, the Master. And it's pretty cool.
That while it's obviously a little toy and that's funny and stuff, that scene was very, especially the first time I watched it, I was like, what the hell just happened? And them just holding on to the console while the Doctor is in the distance. It's
oh my god, she's tricky. So hot.
Easy now, Jimmy.
Sorry.
That's right.
Jamie, of course, it helps out that this is my favorite Doctor. It also helps out. This is my favorite companion with Jamie. I'm not a big fan of the other one. I forget her name a lot because I'm not a big fan. Huh?
Victoria.
Yeah, I forget her name a lot because I just not a big fan of her.
Well, she doesn't have a lot of episodes that have been restored, so
fair. Can you imagine if we got like a Marco Polo episode, like with the second Doctor, like missing a true episode that was so iconic that is just gone?
It's definitely heartbreaking.
Maybe the Web of Fear, but even then we got like an episode of that, so it's not totally gone.
I mean, yeah, same thing with what the Celestial Toymaker. There's one surviving episode. And then...
Well, there's one, but the other one wasn't it like it wasn't made or something?
No, the other 3 are all audio. You can hear the audio.
Oh,
You can hear racial slurs, but
you're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Well, that's the 6th Doctor for you. He's just totally bad.
First.
Well, that makes sense. It's the first Doctor. But it's still bad. But at the same time, it's like...
And it was a nursery rhyme of the time, so...
Yeah, no, it's definitely... I think I get those kind of vibes from this, though, almost. Like, it's like the Celestial Toymaker has this playground, almost. And that's what this feels like.
It is.
And, yeah, I really love that air to it. It's truly
No, if
great.
I'm not mistaken, it should be like the same era. I mean, it should be like the same... Because... the Celestial Toymaker has his own land of fiction.
Yeah, the toy room.
Yeah. So,
but this is different.
Yeah, this is different. This is
almost
not,
the same.
weirdly enough, it's not connected when you think it should be.
Yeah, no, it definitely has those things.
It's actually connected to the gods of Ragnarok from the circus, the greatest show in the galaxy.
Really?
Yeah, they made it to entertain themselves, then they got bored and just left it.
It's often like it's like, remember the War Doctor? Not War Doctor, War Master. We listened to that episode where the companion of the Master at that point essentially recreates the Cybermen, but they aren't Cybermen. It just feels like that.
That's how it is with the War Chief. The War Chief is 100% the Master, but because it's not the same name. Also, the meddling monk could be considered the Master as well. There's just Landry and I get into. We talk about this a lot. Like, do you just tell me there's multiple different Time Lords out there doing the exact same thing?
They're different though. Like the meddling monk, he is especially like different from the Master. He has no. If you want to go ahead and compare him to anything, you can compare him to like some of the entities that would create the circus, the world's greatest show, or an entire land of fiction, something like that.
The Endless from Sandman.
Yeah, like that, essentially. If you want to compare the monk, you compare him more to that, but more hands-on. The Master wants a sense of power. Somewhere, somehow, he's looking for an advantage. The monk doesn't care about an advantage.
His IO is also shrinking people down into like this toy. So
yeah, but
and that depends on which master. Not all of them use the.
Jeffrey
TCE.
Beavers definitely did, but it's also. Well,
I miss the shrinking implement sometimes.
The only ones that haven't done it are Missy and the John Sims.
Yeah, Missy, John Sims.
Because
the War Master, because
the War Master did in the audio, but to be fair, he was only in for one episode live action.
Yeah.
So even in that audio, he did though.
Yeah, in the audio, he mentions it. He mentions it, and he said, "I haven't used one of these in ages," because he's been using a laser screwdriver.
I love the laser screwdriver, though. I really do.
I don't. I hate it.
There's just something about it. The whole look. The yellow.
It looks dope. It's just I don't like how there's a laser on it. That's just like, come on, be more original, I guess. And that's an RTD thing. You're like, come on.
And it has the Lazarus.
To be fair, he's supposed to be at least that version of the Master. He's supposed to be an opposite to the Doctor, so he's going to want a screwdriver that is a weapon, unlike the sonic screwdriver.
So the Doctor's is sonic screwdriver. His is a laser. So. One sound, one's an actual wave.
Yeah.
A light wave, not a sound wave. So.
Yep. And but when it comes to, I think maybe that's really what's missing when you come to the end of this. Another disadvantage. This starts and ends in the middle, almost. Like, obviously we had
what part? What part?
But I mean, when you start, I they didn't just land. It's that they are in the TARDIS. Oh no, this wave of lava is coming at us. We gotta go. Oh, but how am I supposed to escape? If I do this, I don't know what will happen. And then after that, they all escape into the TARDIS with basically, we've got to run. Come on, let's just go. The land around us is fading. Run. It's in the middle almost.
I see what you mean, but I don't think it ends there.
But it does. That's the end. That's the end of the 5th episode. They rush into the TARDIS.
Well, yeah, they rush into his TARDIS, but it doesn't. No, never mind.
It's almost like, actually, we talked about Sleep No More. At the end, essentially, the doctor hasn't figured out, like, wait a minute, there's still something wrong here. But they rush off, and that's supposed to leave you with an eerie feeling. But this is not. This just leads pretty much directly into where we go next, which was what the previous adventure did. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just think it's at a disadvantage for the story.
No. Okay, now here's the thing. Now, I consider the master of the land of fiction. I think he could also be a version of the master, probably a timeless child of the master, because the way he acts and kind of carries himself reminds me a lot of the Sacha Dhawan master.
But he only did that because of the brain.
I know, yeah, he was stuck there just as much as they were.
Yes,
but it was like it still felt like it could be.
So you're saying it's a face of bow situation. Eventually, the master goes ahead and gets to the point where you cut off his head and just stuff his brain in a jar.
Exactly,
and it just keeps growing.
No. That's perfect because he saw that a hand stuffed in a jar could still be living. So he shoved his brain in a jar further down the road.
That's not quite how it happened, but okay. Can't just regrow a brain. But ultimately, yeah, no. But despite that, there's a lot to this episode that just has great elements to it. I was going to talk about how I think that maybe this episode could have inspired Neil Gaiman a little bit for Sandman because there's the
in the
fight. Yeah, he has to fight against Lucifer, and they play the world's oldest game, and they basically name themselves as something greater than the other to take them down. And that's essentially what the Doctor has to do for fighting the Master Brain. He has to figure out a way to go ahead and manipulate the words to gain the story to his advantage, while the master of the land of fiction is coming up with a way to counteract that. And it's very interesting. I think that maybe that could have inspired him a little bit. I'll have to ask Dalton.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's pretty cool. I never really thought of that.
Neither did I until today. So
whose idea did you steal? Is what you're telling me?
No, I didn't steal it. I just saw it.
No, I even like the way like this land of fiction was portrayed. I mean, that could have even been like the dreaming of Sandman, because that reminded me of it quite a bit.
But it's actually funny because we talked about months ago when RTD posted on Instagram, how is this happening? Is it X, Y, Z? Land of Fiction was one of those things that just popped up. So it all comes together, man.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's not that, no.
It would be cool though, and it would be cool but stupid. Cool because you're like, cool, you're bringing back the land of fiction. Stupid because you're like, it was all a dream, really.
But it wasn't all a dream.
It wasn't like technically a dream, but it's like it was all made up. It was all in this person's head.
Actually, reading the wiki, because I haven't read all the things that are listed for the land of fiction, because after the episode, you do that deep dive that you can. Reading about the land of fiction, the ideas behind that, like the first Doctor proposing that when something is so is fictional and it comes to such a point where everybody believes in it, there's something real to that. And that's something that fuels the land of fiction in a way. And then
here's an idea. Sorry to cut you off, but this I'm going to forget if I don't say it.
Go ahead.
The reason, an idea that David Tennant and Catherine Tate could be coming back, and they may not actually, because he did say they filmed with a bunch of people behind doors. This could be like a 5 Doctor situation, but instead of them actually returning, all these cast of characters coming back could just be a creation by Rassilon or Omega.
We need Omega back, but
we do need Omega back. He would be crazy.
I'm not sure I see Omega using the land of fiction, but
he could. He 100%
could. No, I mean, if you think about it, he is himself an essence of a myth come to life.
Too pissed off to die.
Too pissed off to die. He survives by his own will, and his will has a form in the land of fiction. Because every Time Lord, well, all the Time Lords are dead now. Because I was about to say every Time Lord knows of Omega. He's one of the greats.
Unless it's in the past.
Yeah, it's weird when you talk about Gallifrey going to the past of Gallifrey and then the future. It's like...
Well, Rassilon's a really old character.
And we know he's still alive. He's banished. He's somewhere.
And Omega's still alive.
Well, no, we don't know exactly how Omega...
Well, technically, he's not.
Because, no, he's not in the antimatter universe anymore. The antimatter universe crumbled.
If it crumbled, he could have survived by going to the land of fiction.
I mean, yeah, but it requires belief. So a spark of belief. He has that, and then he calls upon multiple forms of the Doctor. So let's say you do go ahead and you get older versions, and that could explain why they're different. Why the 10th Doctor has a new screwdriver and suit is because they aren't the Doctor. They are the Omega's Doctor.
Bro, did we just solve this?
No, we didn't.
Bro, can you imagine if we actually solved this stuff?
It's neat fanfic, but I don't see it happening.
It would be really cool. That's a damn good theory. I'm so happy I thought of that.
I helped.
Yeah, a little bit. But you know, when people look back on history, they're gonna go, "This guy thought of it." Then that guy, they're not gonna remember the help. Wow, that sounds horrible. That sounds horrible.
You know, I do have Irish in my blood. No.
So do I.
That's a joke. Anyway, Chris, you haven't said a damn thing. You got any feelings towards this episode at all?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I'm surprised they haven't used the land of fiction in the TV show. I know comics and
technically they have. Technically, they have. In Sarah Jane Adventures, the one where she gets married, that white realm she goes into is actually the land of fiction.
No, it's not.
Yes,
but in the main Doctor Who show.
Yeah, not in the main Doctor Who show, they haven't.
No.
But the one, yes, it is. It's the trickster.
But he has nothing to do with the land of fiction.
It's like the same fucking... How many different realms are there that's the same?
We're pulling up the wiki now. Realm of fiction.
Limbo. It's called Limbo. And it's something that's...
and it's a place random fiction...
I'm plugging in the TV so we can go through this wiki
it's
together.
Just...
Yes, because the trickster creates random things to pop up that's fictional.
No. He doesn't create random things that pop. He messes with time.
This show is sometimes complicated. Maranya, God damn it. Stop it. I came up with the idea. I interrupted him and told him to stop because I had the idea. Stop it, Maranya.
Okay. It's okay. So here we go. Land of Fiction. There's a lot of ideas that come towards it. Let's see. Where does Sarah Jane come in? Creation, the Gods of Ragnarok, the Rule of Missy.
Yeah, it was based off Wizard of Oz. I do know that.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead. The Wondrous Doctor of Oz. Rule of the Unseen Writer. TV The Dominators. Okay. And
Wow, hold up.
trying to see.
Hold on. Encountered God. Saying that said encountered God, who sent him to meet his future self to help deal with Omega. Oh, really? That was how it happened.
Wow, I didn't think about that. Let's see. Rule of Jason. We don't need to go
It's not
through
there.
Jason.
I'm looking at it right now. It's called Limbo in Sarah Jane Adventures. It's not the Land of Fiction.
Okay.
Whatever.
I do like the sound of this. Oh my gosh, I can't read that because I actually have that. So I'm not going to spoil things.
This is why Landry needs to be here, because I think he'd agree with me. It's basically the same fucking place.
But it's not the same place.
Not really. Trickster has nothing to do with fiction. He is time manipulation.
There is something about that I read that was talking about a white void. But oh well. We've had fun. There's not a lot left to do except go ahead and rate this, huh?
That is true.
Well, I started, so I'm going to go ahead and say that I think that this is a solid. I think 8. Because while it does have some it has.
You're just hating.
Goofs. No, I'm not hating it. It does have goofs, and some of the elements do come off as odd. The structure, as its own single story, but it starts at the end of another story and then ends at the beginning of the next. It's definitely a odd way to go ahead and go into the episode, but there's so much good in it. The idea of the realm of fiction. The land of fiction, is
genius.
Yeah, no, it has that for it. It's definitely fueled by something truly wondrous, and I really do like it. So a solid 8 for me.
I think this is tied for my second favorite classic Doctor Who. No, that's not true. There's a few others. City of Death is up there. No, I think I like this one. It's probably my second favorite Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who story.
First being Trial of a Time Lord?
I want to drop kick you right in the face is what I want to do. No, my favorite is Tomb of the Cybermen, as we all know. But my second favorite, I think, is definitely this one. This one is 100%, without doubt, a 9. A 9. It is that good.
Chris?
It also sets up the 60th anniversary, as we just talked about. Like Omega's coming back.
Here's a pixel-sized finger for you.
That's a small finger. You know what they say about small hands? Small gloves.
If you talk to anybody else, they will tell you that these don't look small.
Read between the lines, Pixel. Read between the lines. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's a Jack Black School of Rock reference.
Chris, did you go?
I would have to give this also a 8 out of 10. Dude,
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. While it's not perfect, I think it's a good, solid episode. A lot of great ideas. Surprised they haven't even bothered to try using the Land of Fiction in the TV show. Like I said, it's in comics, the audio stories, but the TV show itself, it's like you have like so many things you could do with fiction. Like, and
surprisingly for a fictional show, they haven't brought up this.
But it's just like classic villains, like the Celestial Toymaker. They haven't been touched in so long, except in audio or books. Yeah. But in the series itself, they're just left.
It's just one.
And it has such an impact on the fandom that they're like, oh my gosh, could this be it? It's one of those things that you dig into, but nobody has. Why is that?
Yeah. I mean, well, if you had a choice between, I don't know, Daleks and the Land of Fiction, everyone's going to go Daleks because they're just iconic.
And they maybe are contractually obligated to use them at least once a season. So
if we don't do it, the Terry Nation estate's going to go ahead with these crazy ideas.
Give me 1 second. I have an idea.
He has an idea.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know. His last idea was my idea, so it might be good. No. It's the Jason Aaron.
Oh, it's not. Dang it. Okay, I was thinking it could have been a rights issue why they couldn't use it, because I was thinking it might be the same thing, the same writer of War Games, because the creator of War Games owns the rights to the war chief, and they're not allowed to use him again. So I was thinking, and that's why they came up with the master later on.
Why specifically?
Same character, technically not.
Yeah, so they're technically not. There you go. Serious question. Would you want to have the Land of Fiction being handled in the current Doctor? Okay. Maranya.
Yes, current Doctor Who writers, yes. Russell T Davies, 100%.
Technically, he is the current one because Chibnall's done. If you had asked me 2 seasons ago if I wanted Chris Chibnall to even think about touching the Land of Fiction, I would have told you no. Yes, I don't want him touching anything though, so that wasn't really a fair question.
But she's asking for current writer right now is Russell T Davies.
Yes.
Do I want my balls fondled by Aphrodite? Yes, it's the goddess of love. Yes. That's like, do bear shit in the woods? Of course.
I need that. Do I want my balls fondled by Aphrodite? That I need like a little board to just go ahead and play the Jimmy quotes.
I got some weird ones.
Yeah, you do.
Don't get me started about the crocodigators.
No, I mean, there's just such a level of creativity that to be found in the past. So why not just dig in? It's a serious question.
This is a weird podcast. Pixel and I are somewhat agreeing on this.
Yeah. It's definitely troubling me too.
Yeah.
But there's nothing we can do about it because we're both right. Poor Chris.
I saw you turning, and I instantly turned with you. I was like, yeah.
And poor Chris, he's just down there.
He's watching the whole thing. He's like, God damn it.
What the hell's going on up there? But that's about it. So, Jimmy, you want to go ahead, wrap this up?
Yes. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. Next week, we're going to be talking about, we'll tell you about that later.
I'll make a tweet.
Yeah, we'll show you next week. It's a surprise. Before we leave Ed Brewer Said, there was an AU or a New Zealand TV, so Australian or New Zealand TV show about 10 years ago called Utopia, about killing a big chunk of the population so the rest of us can live. You know this show, Chris? I thought it was pretty good.
No. I've heard of a different show called Utopia, but I haven't heard of this one.
I know the episode Utopia from Doctor Who.
I know the episode Utopia, yeah.
Well, Chris is just too busy watching his anime waifus, so.
Omega lol. Can we get a ooh-woo in the chat?
Ooh.
All right, we're going to leave. So we'll see you guys next week on Mad Men with the Box. Have a good one, and Geronimo.
Watch my video tomorrow. Watch it tomorrow.
There's a video coming out. Make sure to watch it.